So, mastering the data. You've heard the term small data and big data. Well, you've probably heard the term big data, right? There's this big data. Okay, when people talk about big data, they are very rarely talking about big data. Big data is what we call let me make it pink, unstructured data, which means that it's not found in a nice formatted table and database. Not there. Instead, this is messy data. This is things like videos or photographs or long text files. Think about things like emails or social media posts. So this is a bunch of data that is fluid. We can try and find some relationships between it, but it's not always clear that it's like a numerical number that we can create a regression against another variable to predict our growth or the output for a particular area. Compare this to small data. Small data is structured, which means it's basically found in tables in a database. It's numerical, so there are numbers, or it's dates, short text, okay, names, addresses, phone numbers, transaction and master data, or what we commonly call enterprise data. Now, small data can be voluminous. It can have lots of transactions, millions and millions of transactions, but the structure is not complicated. So when we talk about small data, we're talking about small data structure versus big data, which is all over the place. We can do some really cool things with big data. We can take, news reports on Facebook and quantify to see whether it is positive or negative, depending on the sentiment or the meaning of the words that are used in the article. If there are more negative words versus positive words, then we know that it's negative. We can track that over time, which is pretty cool. So sentiment analysis is a good example of that. But small data, when we're trying to create visualizations to figure out where we are and where we're going, most of this, we're still in this area here. 4 B's of big data, probably seen these before. I'm just going to reiterate them briefly. We have velocity. Okay, velocity is talking about the timing of the data, how frequent. We have the variety. It's talking about the type of data or what kind. Velocity, variety, we have the volume. This is the size, how much data. And then IBM likes to throw this one in called veracity, meaning the truthfulness of the data. So is it reliable? It's not always included. Sometimes it's 3 V's versus 4 V's. It's more of an IBM invention, we'll say. It also, is a little bit more qualitative than the other ones are. That's why I put it there. So we need to know how much and what kinds of data we're working with in order to continue to perform our analysis.